What's up, everybody? Circus here coming at you with a viewer requested video. A lot of times we talk about what it's like to be free to play. Sometimes we're talking about what it's like to be a whale. You see me blow way too much money on boxes. Let's all laugh at Circus, we call it. But I was speaking with Herv. How you doing, buddy?
Good, how about you?
And we were talking about what's it like to be a dolphin. And everybody's like, what's a dolphin? Well, it's a semi-aquatic mammal. No, it's fully aquatic. That was just a Phineas and Ferb reference there for you. Um, it's someone that only spends what, 20, 30 bucks, 50 bucks a month on the game?
Yeah, I would say
Maybe
you average like $50 to $60 at most per month.
at most. So there might be people that do 10, $20 a month on on the game. But how do you do this and do it effectively is the real question. So I gave the task to Herf and I said, figure it out, buddy. And he came up with some ideas, and we're going to go over them right now. So the first thing you brought up was, what do you want to get from the game, right?
Yeah, so somebody like myself, I mean, I've been a Dolphin since I've started playing this game, and so I have all of the staples. I have the vast majority of the meta decks, and I can pretty much keep up with most of the meta switches because you can, once you've accumulated most of the staples that you need, basically it's just you're buying engines at that point because everyone plays 3 Canadi, 3 Floodgate. So you got to think about, am I wanting to play very competitively? If so, you should probably dig for those. If not, you can just save for mini boxes like the Ritual Beast mini box, which is a very good value because you can get a whole deck in one little mini box, spend a
Mhm.
little bit of money, all your gems, perfect.
Right. Okay, so if you're just going for COG, you really don't really need to spend a lot of money on the game, correct?
You barely need to spend any because one deck will get you like a year's worth of cog. Like, um, if you buy the right deck, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at something like Kokai, Spellbooks, Ritual Beast, all these decks, I mean, they're gonna get you an insane amount of value for what you're buying.
Mm-hmm.
So like for this, they gave you the it gave you the Magnet Field spell, which was really good for magnets. Magnets are cog worthy. It gave you the whole Yusenju engine. Yusenjus are cog worthy. It gave you Ritual Beasts. Ritual Beasts are one of the best decks in the new meta at the moment. And it gave you Thisfern and Impact. So if you liked Crystons and had it previously, you now have probably a tier 1 deck. So that's 3 decks. All easily can get you King of Games, and 2 of them are still, or that's actually 4 decks, 2 of which can give you just King of Games, and 2 of which are still meta relevant.
So that's one of your points is when you're looking to spend money, you want to get the most value out of a box. A mini box is gonna, you were saying, give you double the value because it's smaller,
Mm-hmm.
and then you want to look for decks within the box too, right?
Mm-hmm. So mini boxes are worth in value twice as much because they're half the size. It's easier to go through. It's actually twice as easy to go through a mini box 3 times as just to go through a main box 3 times. So if there are 4 decks potentially from a mini box, which obviously not all of the magnets are in this box, but if you have them already, you have a better deck.
Right.
Um, but all of you Senjus and all of Ritual Beasts, so that's at least 2 complete uh, decks from one mini box. And if your sole goal is to just get King of Games, that's a really, really good value. And you still have a meta contender, which is Ritual Beasts.
Now I want to just jump in here because I know in the comics people are already Herf, comma one's in another box, and it is.
I mean, but you don't need it.
You
You're
don't
just
need
getting
it.
King of Games.
Right, but if you do want to get it, it doesn't cost that much to get 1 or 2 copies of.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, like I said, it's what you want to get out of the game. So if you're just getting King of Games, you don't need to play everything optimally like you see on the internet or in tournaments. Like, you just don't need to.
Right.
Like, it's not necessary. King of Games is not that hard. Like, especially like in the last week or so. Oh my gosh, you can get King of Games with anything.
You just have to spend the time, dedicate the time to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a matter of time and it's a matter of know-how. Like, if you can play
Hmm.
intelligently, you don't need everything.
All right, so we're talking probably the best thing you can do is decide what you want to play as, competitive, King of Games player, which is nothing wrong with being a casual player. I am one myself. And then the best values are obviously mini boxes. So unless you just really want a deck and go into a main box, be careful with that. But the other thing that we always encourage on this station or this channel a lot, all the time, is staples, 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 right, Herf? And
Yeah.
how do we acquire those the best? Besides the new player video, which will get you like 7 staples like in a month. What?
That's true.
Uh,
So your dream tickets, obviously, you probably want to use some staples,
mhm.
just because. However, Konami's been very generous in putting them as guaranteed for $5 with like 10 packs or something like that. So if you go to the bundles, you can actually wait until there's a good box up. So like let's say during the Sheer Nui box,
Mhm.
um, you can. So it's in. I think it's in. I think it's in special, right?
Special is just down at the bottom. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
There
yes,
we
it's
go.
in special. So
Stupid
if you
selection
wait,
boxes. Don't go to the selection boxes, even if you're a dolphin.
it's a trap. But
Yeah.
anyways, if you look at when there's a good box up, right? You don't want to buy these just whenever
Right.
because they give you a bunch of packs as well as the staples. So if you wait until there's a good box up, you can get how many packs? What does it say?
It's 10 packs.
10 packs plus a staple for $5,
I think
which
the
is
best box to do that on probably was the last one with Valkyries because you get the Valkyrie deck and Karma Cuts in there, so you could be pulling a Karma Cut along with it.
that's true. You would have potentially been able to get you'd get one staple and one card that's approaching staple level. It's
Or,
like if this is
or,
staple, it's right here,
I mean
in
that,
my opinion.
and you could have almost gotten Valkyries out of it, you know.
That's true. Was there
So
a good deck in that box? Oh, and you could get Kara Curry if you were around from the Kokai meta, because
right,
if you were around in the Kokai meta, you bought Kokais. I mean,
right.
it's
But the point is, you want to again. I would wait for a mini because you have a better chance of pulling stuff. You know, it's like
for sure.
a good mini box, and then you go through and you hit these, and it's like I would buy what? I'd buy the Sphere Karibo one, Cosmic,
Mirror Wall.
Mirror Wall, I
Mirror Wall's
guess.
Mirror
Yeah,
Wall's okay, okay, hear me out. Mirror Wall is severely underrated because it's a damage step interaction
right.
that happens all the time. So people have no idea what it is. They swing in, you flip up Mirror Wall and damage step, and people just.
But okay, so you want the Canada, you want the Floodgate, you know. But so right there, you can get what, like 50 packs out of a mini box.
Yeah, for $25,
Yeah, so that's
which
not bad.
isn't bad, and 5 staples.
Right, and
So
then you can go in with gems or other money too. So I think that's a really good deal right there.
yeah, I mean you've gone through the mini box halfway at that point,
Yep.
and you've gotten a bunch of staples. So I mean that's an insane amount of value, as well as you get the play sleeves and
The mats and
and the
everything.
mats. So
Yeah,
you get
that's
some cool cosmetics out of it, which obviously shouldn't buy it for, but and
I would.
honestly,
I would.
and if we get a good ritual deck, you're going to need Senjus and Sonic Birds. You can wait until there's a good ritual deck
Right.
up. Like let's say Necros become a huge thing, then you can buy that, and then you get another Senju. I mean, it's like these bundles are godsends from Konami, and you should really
Right.
appreciate them for what they are.
So if you take what we did in the new player video and you get, let's say, like the 2 Floodgate, and then you go into this and you get your third one right away for $5, that is a great deal. A lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
our new player videos are aimed at completely free to play, but if you do the new player video and you spend like $25, you're gonna have 3 Floodgate, you're gonna have like 3 Canada, 2 Wall of D, you could have Cosmic,
I
Mirror
mean,
Wall, Karibo, all of this like in like a month. You know, you're gonna have a really well-rounded account really quick.
yeah, and that doesn't even include the decks that you're buying with all of the gems that you have stockpiled at the front of your account.
Right.
So, I mean, really,
And
if you,
Herb, if you're doing it right now when this video comes out, the half price gem sale is on. For
oh
like
yeah,
another week. For
oh
another
my
week.
God,
Yeah.
that's insane. That is
Yeah.
actually insane.
Yeah.
There was no better time than right now.
You have 1
to make
week.
an account.
1 week. Do it right now.
Like, oh my. Okay, yeah. Honestly, huge value.
Yeah.
It's actually insane.
Yep.
But the other thing that I would suggest you to do when you're deciphering whether or not you should buy a deck, you should never, ever, no matter who tells you, buy a deck before, or decide on buying a deck before it's in the game.
Right.
Never do that if you're a
Yeah.
Dolphin.
Yeah. Be
Never,
like,
ever.
oh, I love this deck. I can't wait for it to come out. I'm gonna buy it day one.
Or perfect example. Infernities are going to be tier 0.
Right.
All right, that's what everybody was saying. Infernities tier 0. It's almost all in a main box.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's so good price. People blew $300 to buy this deck that just turned out to be garbage.
Yep.
Don't, please, for the love, don't do that. Don't waste your money like that.
Yep.
Wait, if you're a Dolphin, you don't have unlimited funds. Okay, so the best thing to do is let someone else play test it for you. Like, you don't have to. You just watch people play with it. Wait until the deck is optimized. See where it is on the tier list, and go, that's a really good deck. Like, it's not that hard. I mean, please just be patient. That's the biggest thing. Be patient. Do not spend all of your money right away.
Right.
And the other good thing is, if you've identified when the months you should skip and when the months you should spend are, during like this last summer, we've had a huge time of skippable boxes, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you can put that money away every month. $50 that you were going to spend on the game, $20-$30, whatever it is, just put it away. Put it to the side. And then when we get a really, really good box, even if it's in a main box, you can afford to buy it because you've saved all your gems and you've saved all your money. So you can buy a really, really good box, either in a mini or a main box, because you've saved all of your resources over all that time. Never, ever, ever just be like, well, I have $20 to spend this month, so I'm just going to spend it.
Right.
No, do not do that. Do not just dabble in a bunch of different boxes. Okay, please. If you're going to go into a box, you should know exactly what you want. Either you're going for a staple or you're going for a deck, and you should get that with your investment.
Right.
Like, period.
And okay, real quick though, structure decks. You got anything to say about them? I mean, there's a few, right?
Structure decks have hugely high potential, however, have recently vastly underperformed. So the Gaga structure is worth getting one of.
Yeah.
For the Cowboy. Cowboy's a really good extra deck, generic level 4. I mean, it may not be game breaking all the time, but it's always going to be a good utility rank 4. Mm-hmm. So if you have $4, it could be worth it. Now, for the rest of the structures, there's not really any great ones right now, to be fair. I mean, there's some good reprints. Like, there's a Bad Aim reprint, I think, in the Draginity one. So that could be worth if you want Bad Aim. However, it's not really worth buying for Bad Aim, in my opinion. Like, Bad Aim is a decent card, but it's nothing that's insane.
Right.
I mean, if you think about it, for 1,000 gems and $4, you get 2 of them, and you get 2 Ultimate Providence. Although Ultimate Providence is going to 1. So I mean, that's some good value, but it's nothing that's insane. You're not getting a playable deck out of this.
You get Dragunity.
No, Dragunity is god awful. I'm sorry.
It is. It is.
But or the hero return box, the hero's return structure, if you go up with the one with Koga. This one is pretty good if you have heroes, which Dolphins mostly don't have. But you get Clash, you get Maska Change, and you get Koga. All 3 of those are really, really good for heroes. So if at some point you're like, I want to play heroes now, and I have most of the cards, however, I don't. Let's say you use your Dream Ticket on Anki, you have your Stratos and your Ferris because you wanted to buy those, but you just need your mass changes and you don't want to go back. This is a great use, of $10. So it's figuring out what decks you want to play and what's the cheapest place to get them, or all the cards, really.
Yeah. So I guess the moral of the story, right, would be plan everything out. Make sure you're targeting your spending. Don't just spend wildly like I do. kind of plan ahead what you want to do, and you should be able to just get away with spending, like we said, $20, $30, $50, depending on what you want to do.
Hmm. For sure. Yeah, the moral of the story is just like you said. I mean, just think it through. When
Yeah.
you're presented with a mini box, that's like the spell book mini box, potentially one of the highest valued boxes at its time of release. Obviously, you want to buy that because spell books were, because you got TTH, you got the whole spell book engine with, it's a beautiful deck.
Right.
However, so that's obviously a buy. However, you get something like the Witchcrafter box. If you're a Dolphin, why in the hell are you buying
Right.
Witchcrafters? The
Yeah.
deck is like tier 2 for now, and it's just not that great, and it's got multiple main box ultra rares. This is bad. It's in a main
Right.
box. Don't go after that. Well, so it's look at mini box or main box. What do I have to spend? What do I need to get? Is what you should be thinking through.
And make sure to check out results. Not excuse me, not only ours. I mean, we have the power rankings and our tournaments going on, but there are other sources of information that you can check things out at, other websites, things like that. So make sure to get multiple views on what you're looking to go into, because some places might say Witchcrafter's OP, other places might say not so much. So make sure to get, don't just go to a place to get what you want to hear. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So make sure to, because a lot of people might say get Witchcrafters, and here's Herf saying no, don't. So get multiple sources before you really go into something, and make sure it's your play style. That's the other thing. A lot of people go into a deck and they're like, I hate Witchcrafters, it's too much work, I need a helmet deck, basically.
Yeah,
So
that's true. So because you want to know how to play your deck, right? Like I'm not like if you're gonna buy Ritual Beasts, but you hate combo decks, like
right.
what? That doesn't make any sense. But
Right.
yeah, like because I mean, Ritual Beasts are Ritual Beasts and Crystals are like two of like the most combo decks we have in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so just know what you want to get and plan it out. It's basically the story of a dolphin. All right, is one of planning and evaluation. That's all you need to do. Plan and evaluate.
All right, I'm gonna edit the whole first 16 minutes of this video, and we'll just
Plan, evaluate.
good night. All right, guys. I think we will get out of here with that, though. So I hope this was informative and it helps some people out. If not, I guess too bad. Just our 2 cents. So if you have any other questions about how to spend money, I'm sure a lot of people are going to say, what about dream tickets? We can get into that. Don't worry. But basically, I can do the video right now. Staples first. Worry about everything else later. There you go.
It's true.
Dream ticket video right there at the end. So, make sure to get in our Discord, though, because we have a lot of stuff going on in there, like how to join our tournaments, because that's where we host them all. And we have a new player channel. It's really just becoming the advice channel, but get in there and talk to people and get advice if you have questions on things in the game, all right? But if you have any questions about anything, just get in our Discord. It's completely free to join. So everybody's welcome. Just get in there and chat it up. So we're going to get out of here. I'm Circus. That's Herf.
See ya.
There you go.